Hey friends, come on in. I want to talk to you about Rising Strong, and I'm going to announce the next book. I picked a good summer read, I think, for everybody. I'll announce that in a few minutes. So when you get here, say hi. I'm doing this in a different format. I keep trying different things and checking them out. So this is an actual live video through Facebook, but on my computer. So this is another new-ish thing that Facebook's letting us do. You know me, I try everything. So I wanted to see how this did. I'm always giving, Facebook will send me stuff since I'm on here so much to give feedback to them. So I'm trying this out to see how it goes. All right. So Rising Strong, when you get here, I want you to say hi. Even if you're watching later, the first thing that I want you to do is I want you to rate the book on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being the best book you've ever read in your life, and 1 being the worst book you've ever read. Maybe a 0 if you just hated it beyond belief. Now I'm guessing that you probably did not hate this book because I mean it was a good book. But let us know where you fall in there from 1 to 10 for the book. So I'll start while you guys are coming in and hopping on here. For me, I gave the book a 6. I really, really liked it, which I know it's weird that I'm giving it a 6, but I'll tell you why in a minute, and I'm super, super interested to see if you share these opinions with me, because I loved the concepts in this book. Absolutely adored them. Loved her way of speaking about vulnerability. Just checking my notes here. I loved how she used herself a lot as examples. I loved all of those things. Why it got a 6 and not higher? Sharon says 6 to 7. Why it got a 6 for me was because it didn't hold my attention, and I really found that weird because I really enjoyed what I was reading. So my thought that this is my sort of way I think that, and let me know what you think. Maybe I'm way off base here. My thought on that was I felt like she stayed too long on each topic. I was like, okay, cool, totally grasped that concept, and I was ready to move on, and she was still talking about it and still giving examples, and I kind of wanted to be like, you already sold me on that piece. Let's move along. I really like Brene Brown. Hey, Mary Fast. But I was having trouble liking her at some points in this. Does anyone else experience that? Where she would talk about things and she was trying to share being vulnerable. Something was putting me off, and I'm all for people sharing vulnerability. Yay for that. So again, these things might have just been me, but I would love to know what you thought. So Sharon said between a 6 and a 7. So you're right in there with me, Sharon. So let me know. Hey, Angela, let me know why you thought that, Sharon. I'd love to see that too. Because, yeah, loved the concepts. Loved the vulnerability stuff. Didn't hold my attention. I had to kind of force myself to keep going with it, but I really liked it while I was reading it. So very strange. I feel like maybe she could have had a little bit more of a sense of humor about some things. Did she come off strange to anyone else, or was it just rubbing me in a funny way? Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But that's how I felt. Very glad I read it. I would definitely recommend it. So let me know that too. Would you recommend this book to somebody else? And if so, who? For me, I would recommend it to anyone who I think really needs to sit with the concept of vulnerability a little bit more and really rewire in their brain what that means. That's who I would suggest this book to. But I would definitely suggest it to most anyone. I think I would just preface with, listen, you might even want to read another book at the same time because it's not really going to hold your attention all. It's not going to be my summer beach read. Let me know. I also did the audio version, so I'd like to know what version you did. Did you do an audio version? Did you, have the physical copy? Were you reading it on your Nook? I'd like to know those things too. Sharon says, I agree, didn't keep my attention, and yes, focused way too long on topics. Okay. Good to know. I'm glad I wasn't alone in that, because I kept just being like, move along, Brene. You sold us already. We got it. All right, so I'm gonna give you a second to post your numbers and post your reviews here as well. But I'm going to post this in the group, so you don't need to like remember it or write it down this very instant. But um, the next book that we're gonna do, Mary Fast, I know is gonna be excited about this because I think she's reading it right now. But it's called "I Hope I Screw This Up" by Kyle, and I think you pronounce his name Cease. Mary, is that right? It's Cease, and again, I will post it with a picture of what the book cover looks like. That's going to be our summer read, and I chose that because it's on my long list of books that I want us to do. But it's from what I've heard from people who have read it, it's very funny and a really enjoyable read. So I'm imagining like sitting on the beach or while the kids are outside playing because they're home from school now or whatever's going on, this would be a good book. The only sort of downfall to this book is it does not have an audio version, and if you're an audio person like me, it's kind of like, but I think for going into summer, I thought, well, you probably are going to want a book. You're probably not going to listen to an audiobook like on the beach or something, and it's my hope that you're just like on the beach a lot this summer, so that's what I'm saying. Sharon just read it. She said she loved it. Oh, awesome. So that's what we're going to do next, and we're going to review it. So Sharon, maybe go in and take some notes about things so that it's still fresh in your mind, and Mary, you can probably do that too. So when we do talk about it, it'll be in about 6 weeks, I'll set up that book club. So, all right, awesome. Thanks for being here real quick on this night. If you are watching later, I would still love to know your number and what you thought of the book. I like to know if it's just me or not because I recommend and give people books a lot. So I like to know what other people think too. So let me know what you think, if you would recommend it to someone else and who you would recommend it to. And even maybe your favorite part. I don't even know if I could necessarily pick a favorite part of this book. I did like when she was breaking down like her lake story and like what happened with that whole fight with her husband. I did enjoy that part. I just felt like I learned a lot with the examples she was giving. But yeah, I'd love to know all of those things from you. All right, guys, thanks for being here. Have an awesome night. I can hear the thunder roaring outside of my house right now. I don't know if anyone else is having thunderstorms going on, but I figured I'd come in and make it a little quick for you, just in case we all kaboom lose internet, God forbid, and power, right? I don't even care about the power going out, but like, don't put my internet out, man. Oh! All right, have a great night. Those of you who are going to the retreat, I will see you then. I'm so excited. And I will be in here tomorrow night as well. We'll be doing more of our chakras. We're going to do the next two chakras. I believe we're doing the heart and throat chakra tomorrow night before I pull cards, which is going to be awesome. That's a real big, awesome topic to talk about, and I know a lot of you will benefit from that. So I will see you then. That'll be at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. See you later, guys. Have a good night.